I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money, money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome to the Meat Connect Puff presented by MI Canna Pros. We're here with Mad Packs. It's the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodward Sports.
Yes,
Make sure you smash that
live.
like button. And I'll tell you what, not to toot my own horn or anything, but Mad Packs are flying off the shelves because, it's great product. It's great marketing. I wish the hat fit me. I told Colton earlier that is the coldest hat I've ever
That big ass
seen.
hat does not fit you?
No, dude, it's just
Holy
too small.
shit, dude.
Like just too small. So
Maybe I'm just used to your head. I don't realize how fucking big your head is
thanks, Steiny.
until until something like that. Shout out to Brady for making this happen. Shout out to Mad
Here's your
Packs
tip.
for making this happen. Yeah, the Meat Connect Puff. And basically where we're at, it's like a convention for cannabis product owners.
Yeah, it's Shipshawana.
Shipshawana.
Remember we talked about
Yeah.
Shipshawana? This is Shipshawana for weed, man. It's pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
It is pretty freaking awesome.
A lot of cool stuff.
Lots of cool stuff. Just like those Detroit Tigers,
Just
eh?
like those Detroit Tigers. Tigers win.
Another
Tigers win. Tigers win.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a fun game to be at. Our guy, I already forgot his name. Well, how do you pronounce it? Dimitrit? Or how do you pronounce his name, Nick?
Dykstra ends. Or
Ends? What? Nick,
ends the last name.
Nick, can you hear me?
He
Nick.
cannot hear you.
Confirmed. I can hear you.
Okay, how do you pronounce his name?
Dietrich.
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 Dietrich ends. Game of his life.
4 innings, what? 1 hit,
5
2 hits?
innings.
5 innings,
Five
One
hit,
hit.
4 Ks.
Yeah.
2 walks.
It's the first.
Look like me out there.
It's the first.
Welcome
start,
to the big leagues,
first
kid.
start he's had in the majors since 2021. He's only had a couple since 2017. Like
This
shout out
team is
to
on
Dietrich Ends.
drugs, bro.
That's literally Chris
Every player we pull up, I mean, beyond Chris Federer, even Jamani Jones today, too.
Jemai,
Dog.
yeah.
Like,
2-run,
everyone you
bones
bring
off.
in. Insane. Shout out to Justin.
Come on.
Come on.
Dude, give me some shit too. Just be like, they're on cam over there.
Yeah, me too.
Come on. No, he's already got some.
No, whoa, don't know me. What are you doing? This guy is the biggest piece of shit
You
in the
got
world.
some without me.
Honestly,
No,
I'm sick of his stuff.
You already got some. I want
I
Justin
got
to
3
get some
things.
for
This
me.
guy here.
I want Justin to get some for me.
You can't tell him no for me. That's insane. That's wild.
All right.
That was
Sorry.
hate.
He's throwing a fit.
Yes,
Right.
that was crazy to do.
Try to get 2 of everything, Justin.
Holy
2.
shit.
Try to get 2 more of everything.
Try to get
Yeah.
an even split for the boys, all right? Something like that. This guy. You know, I recruited him to be a heavyweight. He made the name, though.
I did make the name.
It was my idea, though.
Because it was God's idea.
It was
It was
God's idea.
God's
You're right. Well, I'll tell you what, God showed me, and then he gave me the idea. Shout out to God.
Shout out to
Put my
God.
bag behind me? All right. Either way, this is about to be, this is an after party, too? I mean, come on. About to be a good night, boys. Just got to try to stay awake. Oh, you're the man, Brady.
Dude, Brady, can you
All right, Chris.
give me some of this cool
Yeah.
stuff that Justin is?
I got a confession to make. I know I'm a
Please.
big sports guy. Literally have a sports show. It's my profession at this point. I'm blessed by God. I did not watch the NBA draft last night. I couldn't give less of
How
a
dare you?
about last night's NBA draft. Am I the only one?
No.
No, the
Okay.
Pistons didn't have a pick.
Okay.
Like,
Nobody cares.
it was fine. You knew Cooper Flag was going one.
Yeah.
It's
We're
like
back.
Ace Bailey fell. I saw that.
yeah, but he was trying to fall further. Actually, apparently he didn't want to be in
He
Utah.
didn't work out for the Jazz. They
Yeah.
invited him to work out. He declined it. His
And then they drafted him anyway.
His camp said that they would do anything to, like, it doesn't matter. $15 million a year extra doesn't matter to them to avoid Charlotte and Utah. And Danny Ainge said, "Eat shit. I'm drafting you."
Is that real?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
He did not want to go to Utah.
And what's wrong with Charlotte? That's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, Charlotte
seems very fun off the court.
seems
Charlotte
very
does seem very fun off the court.
Charlotte's a lawless.
Not a lot of fun on the court, though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of fun on game day.
No.
Ah, that's kind of wild.
You're
to me.
definitely a clock in, clock out.
Yeah.
And then Utah took him. I would have did that. I hate when players do that shit.
Fuck that.
Like, it's a draft. Like, I have the right. Yeah, what?
The guy that got drafted by the Raptors, he stands up, he goes, fuck.
Yeah, but it could have been like, fuck, this is happening.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't wanna take that
it
like
wasn't
I
like
don't
that.
know. I don't
Boys,
know.
check behind you. That's giving me some PTSD
What? Oh.
from the night. From the night we shaved our heads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, boys, I'm not
Ridiculous.
just. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
All right,
I was like,
full
what'd
circle.
she do to you, dude?
5 stars.
Oh, God, no, the liquor. Jesus, the half gallon that we
Liquor,
deleted.
I hardly know her.
Guys, isn't that crazy that there's liquor right there?
Yeah, the half gallon that we knocked out in like 2 hours during our 17-hour stream.
So funny, dude.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Dude, I hate when players do that, though.
Yeah,
I know
for
Eli
real.
Manning did it. It sounds like Caleb Williams was thinking about doing that. Like, you got to prove yourself before you act all snobby like you're too good for the league or too good for any team.
Paul George, like, talked shit about it. Like, he was like, bro, you're not even in the league yet. You can't be making demands and shit like this.
That's insane. Like, honestly,
Is it,
I hate
though?
when it worked. Like, I hate that Eli won 2 after doing that.
I don't.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And horse shit. Well, whatever.
Shit.
I think it's even worse that he got the Super Bowl MVPs in those Super Bowls.
I mean, he balled.
I mean, the second one I can see.
Clutch
The first one, the defensive line carried him.
Eli Manning's extra chromosome is the Manning clutch gene.
Yeah.
That dude
Oh.
performs at the highest level in the highest events. Like,
You're absolutely
he's
correct.
an average quarterback pretty much his whole career, unless the fate of the universe is on the line.
the highest.
Give me Iguodala.
Yeah, he's the Iguodala
I want
conversation.
Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Like, that dude he's the Brady
Because
killer,
you know what?
bro.
He had David Tyree, that
Yep.
catch off the helmet. Then Mario Manning
Mario
had that,
Manningham down the
then
sideline,
insane
yeah.
one too.
That was
Yeah.
an insane catch.
Eli Manning's the highest upside, lowest IQ, high-low. Check it out by Matt Packs.
Low pre-rolls. Shout out.
Check him out. Yeah, that's insane to me. What is Ace Bailey good?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
he's
he-
extremely good.
Yeah.
Like, what do we like? What's a comp here?
Isn't he a 6'10" guard that can shoot pretty well?
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
that's disgusting.
You want to hear his comp? Because I don't want to sound like an idiot, but like, yeah, that's his comp.
So,
Yes.
say
Ke-
it.
Yep.
Kevin?
I don't want to say that. Yes, because I'm not like,
Kevin?
I'm not like Ace Bailey's Kevin
Yeah.
Durant.
Kevin's the comp,
That's
Yeah.
at his peakest of peaks. Yes, that's
Yeah.
what he would be.
and people just didn't take him number 2 overall. What do you mean?
Because he's kind of a diva and he doesn't play much defense.
And Dylan Harper's really good.
I just
And
think.
Dylan Harper's really good, but
Got
he was
paid
dropped-
Yeah, shout out Dylan Harper's mom. I see she went viral last night.
Yes.
Shout out to Dylan Harper's mom,
Yes.
bro.
So expensive.
But we need a special shout out for Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
It's honestly crazy how like
Talk about a first round pick.
I don't want to say the word simp. I don't even know what word. Look, it's Russell. Nothing. That quarterback you hate.
Yeah.
Russell
You're right.
Wilson.
Yeah. We're not good. I'm moving on.
What, did he walk by?
He did. I thought he did.
I would have fought him on sight.
But I'm just saying, like, from asset-wise, right? Like, if he's that good of a player, why wouldn't you? Like, I think Utah probably did that. Take him. All right, if he's that good, you want him. Give me something.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
he's an insane prospect and
Yeah.
a super high-level offensive ability, insane frame for his skill set. It's all of the things you hear about. I don't want to call him Kevin Durant, but like there's
Because, I mean,
not really another good comp.
maybe a comp like on a lower end of him would be like a Michael Beasley.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
like,
Okay.
yeah.
Michael Beasley's good. Yes.
All right.
Well, yeah. Prime of prime, peak of peak. It's
KD with the stick though. He's
yes.
shooter for real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro. He's cold-blooded.
That's crazy.
It was just Rutgers was dog shit. They had 2 of the best players in the country, and they were bad. So that's why there's the hesitation. They didn't make the
And he
tournament.
went what 8?
Yeah, they didn't make the tournament with Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. So that's like what's going on there.
The
With
number
those-
2 and number 5 overall
Yeah,
pick.
with the
Yeah.
two of the top 5 dudes in the world in this class, like they should probably be better than they are. So there's some concern there, but his
Yeah.
potential is insane.
What a cool name. That's not his first name, is it? Ace Bailey?
Yeah.
Ace Bailey.
What a
That's his
fucking
Govey.
sick name. Remember when Madden used to like generate the creative
wish I-
players for you for story mode?
I wish
Yeah.
I had a cool
You got to
name.
pick like your parents and shit.
I guess I
That's
got a pretty
Ace
cool
Bailey. Spencer Raxter?
Yeah.
Fucking stupid name.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
damn it.
That's an awesome name.
Yeah, this
Spin
dude
more
at the
Rex?
gas station actually a couple weeks ago was like, "That's a really cool name." I'm like, damn, cool, thanks. First time I ever got that. Compliment feels good.
Yeah.
Rutgers didn't just miss the tournament. They were 2 games under 500. That's
Yeah.
how bad that that Rutgers team was.
It's like Juwan Howard.
Fire the coach.
That team.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he made the Elite Eight, right? Ha ha ha.
I mean,
And then he didn't win a game in the Big
I don't know how
Ten.
many times I gotta say it. I think everybody should know by now. Like, because you have good players,
With 3
doesn't always mean
first-round
you're gonna
picks.
win. Like, it has to fit. It has to work out.
Yeah.
I don't
sure.
understand why people like struggle with that one. Look at the Suns going off the situation they just had. I mean, geez.
Yeah, the
Devin
fit has
Booker,
to work,
KD.
but it's different in college. In college hoops,
You can kind of talent your
the
way.
fit
I
doesn't.
don't know,
The
look
fit,
at- yeah,
the
you're
fit
kinda
does
right.
not matter. If you
You're
have
kinda
2
right.
top 5 players in the country, you should be blowing teams out. At least maybe the fit matters.
Then
The fit will matter when you get to the tournament.
Uncoachable.
But to win in Big Ten play, you don't need insane fit if you've got 2 of the best players in the country.
Man, didn't Rutgers have those 2 back-to-back game winners hit on them?
Yeah.
Michigan State and then
Yeah.
Michigan?
Yep. Shout out, dude. Shout out,
Speaking of
shout out
Sparty,
Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
your boy Jace Richardson.
Yeah.
I thought,
Orlando.
whoa, that was a big slip. I wouldn't have minded if the
You called
Pistons
him a
got up
second
there.
rounder. Huh? You said he was a second rounder.
Yeah.
Jace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd he leave college? You can make more in college
He
than
wanted to go pro.
He
His
was-
dreams in
he
the
doesn't
NBA.
need the money. I get
Yeah,
it, but
that is dead.
Izzo told him to go. He doesn't.
I don't know. I
He
would have.
doesn't have the size to be a top 5 pick.
No,
like
correct.
if he was 6'4", he would have been a lottery pick.
Yep.
But
Too small.
if he
Too
would have
small.
stayed, I feel like his draft stock was at the highest it would have ever been because of how he performed in the tournament on the national stage. Like, he would have been the same player throughout college. Maybe have gotten a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, but it's not like he would have got astronomically better that it would have made him a top 10 pick. So I think they
Justin.
said, go out now because you're going to be a first-round pick. And good for him, man. And I said it on BDE. I had an Orlando hate watch planned because Cole Anthony, and I hate him so much.
Yeah.
But they traded Cole Anthony.
Yep.
They got Desmond Bane. I like Desmond Bane. They drafted Jace, and I like Paulo. So I don't have to hate watch the Magic anymore unless they're playing the Pistons.
Yeah.
I gotta hate watch all the Eastern Conference teams. Now the Pistons are good. To be
Yeah.
honest.
No,
Yep.
Eastern Conference is wide open,
Yeah,
dude.
like it's like I gotta hate them all though.
Yeah.
You know, for that same reason.
We're going to be a top 3 seed in the East.
Top
Yeah, I
3.
mean, I can
I
see
like
it.
Hey, you
that.
got to make
I
some
like
moves.
that.
I can see it.
They can make some moves in this draft, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
37,
I think the
baby.
big surprise for me was Danny Wolf. Just because, listen to Trajan speak, the way he spoke on like just the skill. Skill is like now a thing that's valued in the
Skilled
NBA.
big man.
And he is. He's precisely that. But it'll work out. What did the Nets do? They had like 4 first rounders after
5,
the
and they
Nets-
drafted them all.
The Nets had 20
Set a
Wow.
record.
in the first
Set a
round,
record.
And they
Insane.
drafted all of them.
So they got Danny Wolf. Who else did they collect, Chris?
I don't know, fucking everybody that was there.
Bunch of
To be
nobodies.
honest, I gotta refresh my memory on who all they took. I was kind of focused on the Pistons players that I like potentially falling to us on the board. So that was like I can't even remember off top everybody they drafted because they literally drafted 5 players.
If you're like pick 4 and on, would you rather have like 5 first-round picks, or would you rather cash those in for a star?
Cash those in for a star.
That's what I'm
Cash those
saying.
in.
Absolutely.
There's so many
Yes.
misses in the NBA draft.
Absolutely.
Like,
cash
how do you
those in.
go
But-
in with 5 and you draft all 5?
To be
They don't need
fair,
a star.
That's crazy
They,
to me.
they need to draft.
They need
in
a-
the
they
in
need
the
a
new-
guy.
in the new NBA with the aprons. It's you have to draft a star first.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You have
That's
to
fair.
draft a star and get him on a rookie contract. Then you go bring in the guys.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they
Cam
have 2 out of
Thomas
3,
ain't your
you know?
savior.
Cam Thomas ain't.
Cam Thomas is not your
He's
savior.
a dog, though. I take.
He
I
is
do
a
like
dog.
Cam
Yeah,
Thomas.
he's a dog.
Cam
Listen,
Thomas is a.
they drafted a bunch of guards. If they're getting rid of them, hey Detroit, pick up the phone.
I would not mind. Cam
Not
Thomas.
gonna lie.
I feel awful because like I know you got to talk to people at the booth. Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here. You know? I mean, come
see,
on.
It's because this is a marketing plaza.
No, yeah.
So the vast majority of the people here work in the community.
Yeah.
So there's all selling their different products.
Yeah, I saw the one guy
We're just big
he-
dumb idiots who come here. And
I
talk
talked him
about
into
sports.
giving me a pre-roll, but he was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you got any shop owners, I was like, yeah, for sure, I'll, you know."
Yeah, I'll take anything. Yeah.
What? Yeah. Why not? Spinny, tell us about Mad Packs.
Nick's got to hit it. Mad Packs.
Give me some
flying
liquor.
Off the shelves. Listen, relax, dude. Mad Packs. You got the high-low pre-rolls
Nice catch.
infused. You've got the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas. That's what this is right here.
Boom
This
Shakalaka.
is a kill switch. I'm telling you, these things.
That's Spinny's stuff right there.
Oh,
Dude, You
yeah.
look so cool lighting it up right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, these things are insane.
Lighting stuff up looks just sweet. All the
They've
time.
got the keef on the outside. They've got the infused rosin all throughout it. And, of course, they've got the regular weed, too. Their cherry runts. I was rolling up pearls of that. It is money. Mad Packs. Get it in stores near you. Find it at getmadpacks.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live from the Meat Connect Puff, the MCP right here, downtown Detroit. Beautiful venue, to be honest.
Shout out MI Canada
It's just a Detroit-esque venue, I guess.
Shout out Mad Packs.
Shout out Mad Packs for having us.
Shout out.
We started one during the break, and then we were like,
I can literally only hit those things like twice. And
like,
it's
yeah,
just
we
lights
might get a little
out.
too, because we've already been like working at it.
Yeah, I've already been smoking all day.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that bar to
me as
open
well.
up,
I pulled up on Nick on the street on the way here, and I was like, dude, I was thankful I found Nick. I may have been lost for a minute there. I was out of it.
You were definitely lost when I got here.
That was a nice light, though. Clean light.
Yeah.
I got to get the.
Yeah, it was.
We got to cut that for Mad Packs for sure.
It looks sweet on the Mad Packs Minute.
It was on the,
Instagram. Shout out.
We got to cut that read. It was fucking choice.
A1.
Hey, the deep from the boys. When hey, Donnie, you catch that dive? Cherry.
Yeah, that's honestly a great show.
The boys is amazing.
I wonder how much they had to scrap after the Elon and Trump beat there for a minute.
Hey.
I can't wait. I can absolutely not wait. Either way, jumping back into it, Smitty, we got to I went to bat for you last night.
There you go.
You did go to bat for me.
And
you got pummeled. Dude.
Brady.
Not really. I mean, I guess you could say it that way. I don't see it that
You
way.
got jumped.
I got jumped for sure. For sure got jumped. I guess
you.
the worst part about it for me, number one, the Philadelphia Eagles fans. Like, if
Eagles fans the worst, bro.
If we could, I mean, I can't even say the
two.
things I want to say because we're in a public space, but, like, my lord, the Philadelphia Eagle fans are horrific. I hate them. The worst. Number two, when we had that initial debate, Spinny, I was the one telling you Lane Johnson and Tristan Wirfs are the only ones you could arguably have the conversation about. And then I, of course, took the beating. Despite that being my take.
You stood up for me like Beyonce standing up for Jay-Z.
All right, relax.
That's a crazy
I'm
analogy.
unfollowing Spencer, by the way.
You are not Beyonce.
So basically what I did was, obviously, Spinny doubled down yesterday. And I'm like, okay, let me be here for my guy here. Like, I don't want to see him get destroyed like this. So I'm going to the film. You guys know me. I'm not an advanced analytic guy. I like the tape.
Yeah.
Show me the tape.
Tape don't lie.
And then I'm looking at the numbers, though, beside the tape. It's telling me Lane Johnson has 0 sacks in the season.
0.
On the regular season.
Not even one.
But in the tape, very similar to Penei Sewell's tape, we had his 1 sack against San Fran. A lot of very similar plays. Very similar plays.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, how are they tracking this? How is this stat documented? PFF is like a national brand.
PFF is a joke, dude.
It's a household name. So I simply put.
Like Blue Magic.
If you guys don't follow me on Twitter already, that's @SpeakySports_ if you want to see yourself. I simply put both tapes side by side. Spinny stole them, by the way. Piece of shit.
I stole all of them.
He did steal all of them. And then he kept sharing the link.
Yep.
Yeah, look at all the evidence I found.
I took all his detective work
guy.
and put my name on it and then sent it in the group chat.
And they were about to get free stuff. He's like, don't get any for easy. This guy is the craziest guy I ever met. Either way. I put it side by side. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is this a sack for Penei and not Lane Johnson?
Yeah.
I keep watching more tape. Wait, hold on a second. Why is that a sack for Penei and that's not for Lane Johnson? I mean, there was like, what, 7, 8 examples?
I got loads of Sylvia, dude. You literally sound like a conspiracy theorist. Why is it a sack for Penei?
It got there, though, because, like, why?
It's really bad. It's really bad.
And
but the one where he just lets Rashawn Gary go and looks at him. And
that one's a sack, and I will stand up business for that one.
Yes, he was the
because the explanation. And by the way, the offensive line masterminds got involved in this debate. This debate's got like 200 plus tweets, and I'm listen, Thorne.
Shout out D-Mac.
Shout out.
Shout out to
As
D-Mac, by the way.
elusive as ever.
Let me find it real quick. Celebration. Jeff Schwartz, like the go-to guys when it comes to like offensive line conversations. We're all quoting him. Well, this isn't a sack because of this. This isn't a sack because of that. The one that couldn't explain was Rashawn Gary.
Nobody could explain the Rashawn
Gary. And
then
then one of the guys, I don't think he's no longer with PFF. I think he's an agent or something like that now too. Mike Ritter or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mike Ritter. Yes, that's his name. Sorry, I saw the tweet. He was like, well, the center thought it was a false start.
So?
You're not explaining why that's not a sack.
Yeah.
And by the way, you just said you know what the fuck that guy's thinking? Like you can transmit his mind and make it into a stat or a non-stat?
It's the
I mean, that's how ridiculous the PFF stuff is getting.
Yeah,
some of the stuff, the explanation-wise, I get it. But if you're
blowing the
tell
top
me,
off this thing.
Yeah, if this guy's job, Spinney's job is to stop me from touching that red flag, and he does not, and I end up touching that flag,
that's a sack.
the responsibility's on Spencer for not,
Yes.
Well, that's as simple as that.
All the ones where it's like Lane Johnson blocking this dude, he gets past him, and because Jalen Hurts extends the play, he gets the sack longer away. Like, if Jalen Hurts wasn't running, he would have been standing in the pocket and immediately sacked. But because he's Jalen Hurts, he gets 4 yards out of the way and then gets sacked. And they're like, oh, it was only a sack because Jalen Hurts was running.
And mind you, if you guys follow me on Twitter once more, @SPGSports_, watch the Penei Sewell sack. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
The only argument that was kind of valid to me is they said it was within the tackle box. But if you watch the tape, Jared Goff steps out of it and then steps back in.
Yeah.
The same way they're saying Jalen Hurts was responsible for his sacks. Jared Goff was easily the same conversation, dancing around for no damn reason.
Yeah, it was really
There wasn't
weird.
no damn reason. He flushed out.
It's like, honestly, we should do cracked out like Sunday night stream of just blowing the top off PFF and just debunking them for fraud. You see? Because I pulled the tape too. I was like, they voted Kirby
Stole
Joseph.
my tape.
No, other tape on PFF, different subject, just blowing the top off of it even
Receipts,
more.
yeah.
Their stats that they make up to drive their own narratives, they don't even believe. Because they have Kirby Joseph rated as the #1 safety in the National Football League per PFF score and PFF grade. And then they put out the list, and he was 6th on the list in safeties. I was like, dude,
not even top 5.
If he's the #1 rated safety per your stats that you make up and you define, how is he not the #1 safety on your list?
Yes.
And it's the same thing with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. They ranked the Lions' backfield as the second best backfield in the NFL, and then put out a graphic, and they're like,
the best running back duo in the NFL.
Yeah, I was like, so are they the best, or are they PFF? We're blowing the roof off this thing. It's
I'm
getting
just saying,
Pepe Sylvia in here.
And I do want to shout out a couple people, and I was beefing with them for a minute. I really was.
This is you guys.
This is you guys currently right now.
What is it? The Charlie picture?
Yeah.
Shout
out to Brandon Thorne. Shout out to Jeff Schwartz. And I guess shout out to Mike Ritter, because we had some conversations.
Yeah.
Exchanged some DMs. Some might come on the show. I told them we're remote today. Probably not going to be a good day to do it. Because, I think it should be.
We're back in studio tomorrow, though.
I just think the PFF thing is like where I have beef. Like, if the film stuff, you can explain to me why that didn't make sense. But if you want to track a statistic that a guy's responsible for sack or not, quite clearly those you would say, like his guy that he was blocking got the sack.
If you're blocking a guy and he's rushing the passer and it's one-on-one on the outside and he gets by you and then sacks the quarterback in the pocket, that is you allowing a sack. If you disagree with that, you're PFF.
Pretty much.
Like the clip we showed yesterday,
Literally.
Lane Johnson is blocking him. Rashawn Gary gets by him. He sacks Jalen Hurts in the pocket, but apparently that's not Lane Johnson's fault. I don't understand it. And again, if you want to argue if Lane Johnson's better than Penei Sewell, you can. We can have that argument because it's so razor thin. But don't use PFF as your only and every source.
Exactly, and that's what that guy was trying to do, and that's why to step in and be like, "What?" I looked at the tape. Thank God I did.
he used all of the stats when he was talking about.
By the way, that guy. Let me choose my words wisely.
Yes,
Public place.
Be nice.
That guy stinks.
He's a stinky.
That guy fucking stinks. All right, I reached out to him as a nice guy. Him and Spinney having a little, debate back and forth. Hey, we can make content of this. How about you come on the show? Like, let's have this discussion. He didn't say anything till this morning. Till after Brandon Thorne responded. He's like, yeah, see. What the fuck you mean, yes, see? Yeah. I messaged you. I tagged you in each and every one of these videos. You had nothing to say.
He stopped
until somebody else. Yes. Until somebody else pointed it out.
Because
you're a fucking fraud. A stinky one.
A stinky fraud.
It's disgusting to me.
Thanks,
he used the stats for the regular season.
Yes.
For his entire base of his argument on his.
And then Daddy pulled out the tape on him and he went fucking radio silent.
And I said that Penei Sewell played 208 more snaps than Lane Johnson. He
tried to say it was
no, he
like
didn't. It was only 24.
Yeah.
So he then started counting the postseason just to make the snaps closer, but he didn't include Lane Johnson allowing 2 sacks, having a fumble, or not a fumble, a false start, and having multiple pressures allowed, which would have made him a worse tackle than Penei Sewell.
Yeah, it hurts him. And the reason why those, by the way, I forgot. They put out a tweet, the Eagles Twitter account, when Penei Sewell got first-team All-Pro because a lot of people agree that he's the best right tackle in the league right now.
Back to back.
Lane Johnson's best right tackle
probably
ever.
Yeah.
But right now.
The future is now, old man.
Yeah, future's now, old man type stuff. But it was the Eagles who put out that tweet, and so he didn't actually look up those numbers. It was like shit he gathered from like a meme, essentially, or a graphic, I should say. But listen, and I've always been this way since 2 weeks ago. I do think, and I believe. What? You blow water out of his nose just now?
Yeah. You said I've always been this way since
2 weeks ago.
That's some bullshit, dude.
I guess I am pretty blowed. Well, we had the conversation.
Shout out Matt Pax, baby.
We had the conversation originally 2 weeks ago, is what I'm meaning. When I said, hey, Spinney, there are arguments to be had for Lane Johnson and Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah.
And it just sucks I'm taking the abuse.
No, there definitely is.
Yeah.
But I'm not willing to concede that Penei's, like, if you want to argue him, I respect that 100%.
Yeah.
We can have that argument because those are the top 3 tackles in football, and it's undeniable. But if you're using PFF as your only argument, I hate you. You're tacky and I hate you. Like, it's not going to happen, dude.
See, you're not always the same since 2 weeks ago. Because 2 weeks ago, you were screaming.
Well, I was screaming because there was 4 guys
ranked.
Because there was 4 guys ranked over Penei Sewell. That's why I was screaming. I said
but you threw Lane Johnson. That's how this all started.
I did, because he's better than Lane Johnson.
And then you got me beat up.
But remember, I said Tristan Wirfs, I'll have that argument. If it was just Lane Johnson, I'll have that argument.
You dismiss
But if
Lane.
it's 4 guys, no. Sorry. Lane Johnson's getting in. Yeah, maybe some friendly fire, but no, because
I'll wrap it up like this, from my perspective. All right, I said it already. I do think Lane Johnson is the more polished pass blocker. I think that makes sense that he's the more polished pass blocker.
I don't even know if he is.
He's been in the league for 11 years. Like he should probably have a better skill set than Penei's only been there for 4 years. But run blocking, there is no one since prime Trent Williams doing the things that Penei Sewell's doing right now. He is weaponized in the Detroit Lions run game like no other offensive lineman in the National Football League.
Yes.
And I just think
Amen, brother.
he's S-tier greatness in the run game and this far off in the pass game.
Testify.
Then I'm going to take Penei in that argument. I am.
Yeah, and the pass blocking's not that far off.
It's not that far off. He's well on his way.
Not that far off. He's going to be better next year. When Penei Sewell,
yeah, dude.
Listen.
Penei Sewell's what, 23 years old?
He's 24. Eagles fans, whatever your name, Matt Rife, not Matt Rife, whatever that dude's name was on Twitter, come back this time next year when Penei Sewell wins his 3rd consecutive first-team All-Pro at right tackle and apologize to me. Kiss the fucking boot. Because it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time.
And that's the part that sucks, too, man. This shit fan base has 2 Super Bowls to rub my face. And they're not even out of era.
Anytime any of them say anything about the Super Bowl, I'm like, yep.
Because that part sucks.
Eagles fans, you want to talk shit about Super Bowls and shit like that? 100%. I'm not going to argue with that. Like, yeah, I would give up Penei being the best right tackle of all in the league if we had a fucking Super Bowl. I wouldn't even be arguing it.
And then
that's literally, if you were like, Lane Johnson's better than Penei Sewell, I'd be like, don't care, got a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And that's where they're at right now. Go Lions, baby.
Let's go to break.
Real quick, one last thing. If you go to PFF's Twitter, 2 things they made sure to post. They posted Lane Johnson being the best pass blocker.
Yeah.
They posted Penei Sewell being the best run blocker.
Yep.
2 separate tweets. I'll take credit for it. You're welcome, PFF. Gave you some content. We paid the favor.
Yeah. You guys, we're going to war with PFF. And you got to be prepared for it mentally. And the way you can calm down in the heat of battle is with Mad Packs. Because I'm telling you, Mad Packs takes the edge off of anything you're trying to do. No diddy. When you look at the high-low pre-roll, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantula, the THCA-infused Moon Rocks, and just the regular weed, they've got the cherry gelato over there. They've got a ton of great flavors for you to choose from. Mad Packs. You can find them in stores near you at getmadpacks.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
What up, though? Welcome back to the MCP, the Meat Connect Puff. All kinds of cannabis brands are here, including our guys, Mad Packs. You guys, shout out to Mad Packs for having us here. But all kinds of cannabis companies, from distributors, from guys making products. Jars is here.
How bad is the crotch cam? Is it bad?
Yeah, why the crotch stuff?
Oh, it is bad.
Chris, why?
Oh, we're covering you guys. What do you mean? You look
you got
fine.
it covered? No,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks wide open right now. Does that look covered, dude?
That's a crotch cam. What up, baby?
Hey, yo.
How are you? Good seeing you, man.
What's going on, man? Spencer. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, Chris, I don't know. We always ask for the crotches not to be in, and you just always put them in. You cannot avoid the allegations ever.
What?
I mean, it's
you
hard,
just live by the allegations.
It's hard to fit this one without the crotches because we got to get them.
I got to pick on Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
It's
is doing a great
it's
job.
not on the cameraman. I'm not the cameraman, so.
I mean,
hey.
you kind of are.
I mean, you can crop it.
You're the only person here that can control the cameras.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes you a cameraman.
Like, you'd crop it to where it's just my head if you wanted to.
What do you mean? That's definitely. It's not your only job, but it's definitely a part. Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, we're being E&E right now.
Oh, dude, I'm.
Because you know what I want right now? Some fucking water. Somebody.
I got you, bro.
Somebody.
I got one right here.
Good looks. Yeah. So that was the experience on Twitter today, and like I said, Eagles fans can biff it. I mean, I'm just not a fan of Eagles fans.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, great place to be right now.
Yeah, a lot of talent.
Speaking of talent, our guy Nicholas Koloff. You know, I genuinely enjoy it. I think could be the. It sounds like it's gonna be a minute before he's like.
I don't even know if he's gonna play this year.
Ready to roll?
Dude, I'm about to die in the sun. It's cooking. I was so ready for us to just stop doing a show because I'm getting baked alive right here, dude. I mean,
and we are back on the Woodward Heavyweights.
This is my side. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. Media Joe by Spill Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff.
Let's go.
Essentially, we were talking about what these NFL teams should do to step it up. The first one was the Dolphins. I don't know if you guys caught that. But I said they absolutely need
shout
to.
out Stick. That's why Stick's the GOAT.
Proposing one final off-season
Immediately
move.
10 degrees cooler. Immediately 10 degrees cooler, dude. I was getting baked alive. In
Dude, Justin looks so high right now.
Shout out
Hell
Justin.
yeah.
Didn't hear a word he said. Okay, we're going to go to break, and we're going to come back and do an interview. So thanks for sticking through the technical difficulties there. And you know we're here with Mad Packs, so shout out to Mad Packs, the high-low pre-roll, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantula, anything and everything you need. Mad Packs has it. Go to getmadpacks.com to find the stores near you that have it.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak? Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Beligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media: X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Meet Connect Puff, downtown Detroit. We're here by high-low pre-lows, Mad Packs, if you will. Yeah. All the leaders in the cannabis industry are down here today.
Yeah.
Hosting the heavens. No, not just hosting us. There's a lot of guys here.
Right now, we're joined by Marcel and Donovan from JARS. Guys, we appreciate the connection. You guys always hook us up. Love having this stuff. Smoke it pretty much before every show. What can you talk about, like, an event like this first? Before we get into JARS, an event like this, bringing so many heavy hitters in the industry together, much like yourselves, in one place, it's so cool, right?
Yeah,
it's awesome.
We love it. Honestly, this event's great. We get to meet all the cultivators, all the brands that make JARS. So it's really cool to get one place where we can all connect, have a great hangout, and really find the great cannabis brands in Michigan that's continuing to thrive the market.
Yeah. You guys do a lot of dope events too. Didn't you guys do a festival last year?
We hosted a couple with some bigger ones like Movement, Breakaway. A few different ones around the way.
You did the board jam too, right?
Yes, that was at the store. That was awesome, man. Customers loved it. Just something different to show love to the community.
Yeah, anything coming up this year like that?
For Madison Heights, that store is opening in hopefully about 30 days.
Okay.
We're doing like a skate jam this time, so we're going to partner up with Modern Skate. That's right over there. It's going to be a great time.
So that's a big thing for you guys is giving the customer some experience like that to, welcome them to the brand and have everything. And the JARS product can help you go through any event like that. It'll keep you mellow, ready to go, right?
100%. Yeah, look, any dispensary you walk into, we're all selling weed. We all got deals. We all got this. We all got that. But how do you stand out? It's building that relationship and give everyone a different kind of experience than just walking in, buying your weed, and walking out.
Yeah, JARS been around for a minute, man. Like one of the OGs. And you guys are popping up everywhere. Like, no matter what city I'm in, if I type in, like, one near me, JARS is there. Shout out to you guys. How long you been with the company? You're kind of young.
I've been with the company since 2020 or 2019 maybe.
Yeah, JARS like one of the OG spots. I know you used to have a medical card going, right?
Yeah. East Detroit is where we started. We were medical only. We were there for a long time as medical, and then eventually years later it came to recreational.
Hell yeah, man. What's up with the deli stuff? I know we had Deli Day this past recently, but like any of these like distributors that are like you're giving out their bud, like what's up with that?
Yeah,
I love
you want to talk about it?
Yeah, the delis, it's going to be an annual campaign, but it's going to continue running, right? We're highlighting the best cultivators. We're going to try to bring our products at the best prices for consumers. So, just bringing out the best quality at the best price and, just keeping it very fresh all year long.
And our listeners always talk about the commercial.
Yeah.
Like who is that in the commercial? Are those employees? Are those guys Are those Jars guys or are those hired talent?
It's both sometimes.
Yeah.
For the last commercial, it was actors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, your boy's down for a commercial.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, you got the face for it, my boy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
You look like a typical stoner.
All right. I smoked pretty hard. I'm not
100%.
gonna lie. I was actually at Jars yesterday getting the D-Mac brand, the Legacy.
Which store?
Yeah.
I was at the one in New Baltimore.
Nice.
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Chesterfield,
Yeah, that's a newer one too, right?
Yeah.
That shout out to them that came through on sale right now as well. So make sure you hit up a Jars near you.
Yeah, and do you guys have any events coming up other than the one you just mentioned, or any deals that?
I got a question.
Yeah.
You guys, because a lot of like dispensaries in Michigan, you guys should like a basketball tournament or something like that, you know?
Okay, so it's funny. We've talked about it. It's funny. Donovan's laughing because he knows the same thing. Say what you always say about it. So we love to, but what happens anytime you play basketball?
Gets a little
Hands
yeah.
start
A
getting
little
thrown a little
rowdy.
bit,
People
yeah.
start throwing punches.
We can
So,
be
that's
security.
fair.
Hey, honestly, if
respect
you guys
that.
are security, we'll do it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
We'll break up the
commentate.
fights.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That is true. What's a sport that maybe curling?
Volleyball.
Just get blowed. Yeah, volleyball's a good one.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pickleball. Pickleball gets
Damn,
aggressive
dude.
though.
Maybe you guys recruit the teams.
All right,
We could do this.
That'd
we
be
can do
sick.
that.
All
That'll
sponsor
work.
different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone just pays like LeBron James to come.
Let's do
I'm
it.
winning this year.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
George pulls up with Kate Cunningham and Isaiah Stewart on their
Yeah,
3-on-3 team.
That'd be a nice collab.
That would be
dude.
awesome.
That'd be seriously sick.
That
Yeah, I think you guys honestly are the leaders in terms of like the events. I think it's super dope, and obviously one of the OGs being around. With any like stuff you guys got coming? Does Jars have their own products as well?
Yeah, we got some brands in the stores. There's Jungle Juice, Edible Gem, Spider Legs, Mr. Vapor. Those are probably our top brands that we partner with the most to do business with. All great brands, products for everybody.
Any hash holes? That's my favorite.
Well, we got hash holes in the store for sure.
Okay.
Couple different brands.
Oh, yeah.
You could smoke test them. You tell us what's the best.
I'm gonna be down to do that. Maybe that's a commercial we do.
Yeah.
Nah,
Are
it's
those
a
the
good
donuts?
commercial.
Dude, the donuts kill me.
That's the hash holes.
Yeah,
the donuts.
yeah, those. Oh man,
absolute my favorite thing.
we're
the
gonna
hash
be on
holes.
the next segment. I'm just gonna be sitting here like this.
We got to go see the Sea Junkie guys over here. They got all the good hash
Oh,
rolls.
yeah.
They'll hook it
Shout
up.
out to Sea Junkie. Yeah, they got great deals too, man.
And shout out to you guys. Shout out to Jars again. We love all the events that we cover for you guys and everything that you let us do with your brand. It's so much fun. We appreciate you on the network. And thank you guys for joining us
For
on
sure.
the show.
Thank
it
you
was
for
it
having
was
us. Thank you,
awesome.
guys.
Any sports takes you want to get off
Yeah,
your chest
yeah,
while you're
Lions,
here?
Any what?
Pistons,
Any
Red
sports
Wings,
takes?
Tigers,
Yeah.
And
anything.
the Lions broke my heart. I don't want to talk about it.
It still hurts, right?
It still hurts.
Yeah.
It does still hurt.
I'm excited for the upcoming season.
Yeah.
so.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it hurts too because like,
was-
we have to talk about it every day, and like obviously we took the Lions.
Yeah.
When we lost, non-stop badgering by the fan bases. Like
Yeah.
to this day, I'll post
Yeah.
something completely irrelevant from that game, football, and they just posted the score in my comment section.
Yeah,
we
Commanders
need
fan.
our lick back.
Random Commanders fan. Good thing we play the Commanders again. We go to Washington.
But even then, they're gonna say, "Wasn't the playoffs?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
There's no winning.
Yeah, that's why I need my jars.
That's why you need
That's
some
why
jars.
I keep a jars
Go.
by me. 27 locations.
Helps us sleep at night when the trolls keep attacking us. So you need some jars.
100%.
Guys, we appreciate you so
Yes,
much
sir.
for joining us,
Much
man.
love.
Hey,
Likewise.
new event, Madison Heights. I'm sure we'll probably be there in some
100%.
capacity.
Absolutely.
Always. We're going to go to break. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk some more about the Detroit Lions. But first, let me tell you about Mad Packs. Shout out to Mad Packs, the Jars for having us through here. You got the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, all that good stuff. Mad Packs will keep you going through the whole night or it'll put you down to sleep. Well, however you want it, Mad Packs will give it to you. No Diddy. We're coming right back.
That smells good.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Sports fan, Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak. Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media. X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Appreciate y'all rocking with us through the technical difficulties. We're at the Meat Puff Connect here. We're with Mad Packs. We're having a good time. Mad Packs has been offering they've been raffling out a Labubu, which I don't know what a Labubu is, and a painting that they raised a bunch of money. They're going to donate the money to Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Wow.
And we're doing the raffle right now. I guess there's a bunch of tickets in here. This first one is for the Labubu. So everybody that got in line for the Labubu, the winning ticket
I really hope she wins.
is Katie Naughty. Katie Naughty. Ticket number 407-5113.
Kevin Durant comes out the car and says, ooh.
Katie Naughty.
Katie Naughty.
They asked about you in media. They really did. The next winner, the winner of the painting, the winner of the raffle for the painting is Dakota Roller. Dakota Roller.
That guy wrote down a fake name.
That is a weed name.
That is a weed name.
Yeah, that's the winner.
Dakota Roller, shout out.
I can't hear anything in these.
Shout out to Dakota for using a weed name as well.
Yeah.
That's baller.
Dakota Roller, shout out. Sorry for all those who didn't win. I'm sorry. I'm a man of honor. I apologize.
That is crazy.
I'm a man of honor. Everybody deserves a fair shot. She was pretty hot.
Yeah, you blew it.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't even see the numbers.
Breaking, Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco convicted of charges of sexual abuse.
Ooh. Yeah, Wander Franco, diddles kids, not a good guy. So R.I.P. to him. That's we can just end that there. Not a chill subject to bring up in a stoner convention.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Popped up on my
Talk
phone.
about suspensions. Justin Tucker out for 10 games.
Shut up. Who doesn't love a good rub and tug?
You told me to relax.
That's way more chill than what you were about to.
That's crazy.
Trust me.
Spinny, can I ask you something?
Yeah. Can I hit that?
Who is the #1 offensive line in the NFC North post Frank Ragnow?
The Detroit Lions.
Is that a homer take, Easy?
I don't know. I mean.
I think it's close.
Yeah,
so
I think we're in the conversation. We have the best offensive line coach in the National Football League.
We have the best offensive lineman in the National Football League.
Best offensive line in the National Football League. We have a damn good one into a Decker. And some high expectations for guys like Tate Ratledge. While I had those guys' attention, I asked them, "Hey, what's up with Tate Ratledge?" Yeah. My man, I don't know if I'm allowed. I can do this. Brandon Thorne, shout out from Offensive Line Masterminds. That's a camp that they have every single year where the professionals go. It's like the tight end U, but for linemen.
Yeah.
Here's what he had to say about
Tate
Ratledge. And let me find it. I apologize, guys.
No,
awesome radio here.
We got Christian Mahogany that we expect a lot from. We saw a little bit of him last year, and I think I liked what I saw. I'm pretty comfortable with him being an above adequate starting interior offensive lineman in the NFL immediately.
Yeah, the thing with Mahogany, I was thinking about it last year. The thing about our whole situation.
They're going to run block.
Because we quite literally lost 2 all-pro caliber interior offensive linemen. One, obviously, in Frank Ragnow.
Yeah, and one in Kevin Seiler.
Yes. So I'm like, damn, that's more than just replacing Frank.
That is true.
That we're, like, stepping up to.
But also,
however, when Mahogany was in,
yeah,
I mean, it was that caliber. It was nice. Granted, the main chunk of it you got was against the Chicago Bears, which, losers.
Idiots, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but I'm
glad we're back. I'm glad you guys rocked with us through the technical difficulties.
I do appreciate you guys.
We
Brandon
appreciate
Thorne
that, man.
said Ratledge is one of my favorite offensive linemen in the draft, so I'm bullish on him being a solid, reliable pro. I also felt similarly about Mahogany overall. I'd be encouraged that even with the step back as a unit, they still should be a good group based on personnel, plus having Fraley back.
D-Mac said Brendan Shanahan has an average-sized penis today. I like to see what we're talking about with Tate Ratledge, and
That's a crazy segue.
Red flag, yellow flag, every flag.
So now I like to see what he's talking about.
Personal foul, 15 yards.
That's insane.
And
unnecessary.
What?
What just happened?
So what I mentioned.
That whole time you were thinking about Brandon Shanahan's dick.
I saw somebody say something about D-Mac in the chat.
Oh, I was about to say, what is going on?
Okay, so I expect that Tate Ratledge.
We got big speakers too. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I expect that Tate Ratledge and Christian Mahogany are going to be good run blockers at the very least. Obviously, the pass blocking, it's going to be a little bit of a test, and we'll see how fast they can learn it. But they're going to run block. That's what those guys do. They're mad, they're angry, they're nasty. So they're going to be able to run the ball at the very least.
Yeah, Mahogany coined the dirt bag in talking to scouts, talking to our guy Scott. We talk about Tate Ratledge specifically. That's a nickname that fits him as well. Kind of sucks it's already taken for him. I think the Vikings have a good offensive line. They got
Tate the Great. I think it's Nick.
Oh, Nick.
What's up?
Brady, can you pull the speaker a little bit away from Nick without...
Is that what it is for sure?
Yeah, it's Nick's mic getting too close to the speaker. That's how feedback happens.
Oh, okay. Either way, the Vikings, they do have Darrisaw back, which obviously is very good. I don't know if they still have Cameron Robinson. I meant to look that up yesterday. But then they drafted my guy, Donovan Jackson, and they signed another offensive lineman. So I think they would be 2.
It's all right. You're fine.
Or would you say the Packers are second best?
I would say that the Vikings are the second best. Because I think
I think so too.
I think Darrisaw is really good. I don't think he's Penei Sewell or Tristan Wirfs or Lane Johnson, but I think he's pretty good.
Jenkins and the Packers did make All-Pro, if I'm not mistaken, at least one of these years.
He did.
And they got Zach Tom, who's going to come up as well.
Zach Tom is good. I like Zach Tom.
Zach Tom is good.
He's a good player.
I guess, honestly, I might go
I would take Zach Tom.
Packers until we find out if Donovan Jackson is a real deal.
That's fair.
And I have to admit that as a Donovan Jackson fan. And then the Bears, I mean, they souped everything up. They got Joe Tooney, Jonah Jackson.
Hey. Paul Thomas, I didn't say small. I said average.
Joe Tooney, Jonah Jackson. And they grabbed Darnell Wright.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Bears, honestly.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's an argument. We might not be number one for real.
I think we're number 1.
I think until proven otherwise, yeah, you got to say the Lions are number 1. But, I mean, like, there's obviously an argument.
There's an argument for
not,
the rest.
You know?
Yeah, I would put the
because a lot of our guys got to see
I would
in
take
action.
the Bears, too. But also, there's a lot of unprovens. But Joe Tooney's really fucking good.
My thing with Joe Jackson, can't stay healthy. Funny comment, you got to read it.
Yes, it was super funny.
What was it?
The technical difficulties were on me chewing the cords. That's why we lost it in it. And to be fair, it was a blue cord, which tastes way better than the green cord. So, to be fair.
Shout out DNC.
Shout out DNC.
Shout out DNC.
That's an I-King horse level comment.
That is I-King horse level.
There weren't technical difficulties.
That
Chris was just chewing on the wires again.
I can see it.
That would be comment of the day if we did
Should
that.
I become electric? Might help, Chris. Speed up some of your...
Electric tastes good.
Dude, I can't smoke it.
Oh, man, this weed.
I'm so blown, dude.
I don't even know where we got this one. This weed's so good.
It
tastes good.
really good.
Yeah. That's
they
my
got a
favorite
bunch
kind of
free
weed.
food, dude.
That's even better.
Sliders, chicken wings.
Oh, yeah, Nick and I Walk past.
Nick at Night?
Nick at Night, baby. Yeah,
What was your favorite Nick at Night show?
Rank your offensive lineman from NFC North.
Rank your Nick at Night shows.
I think I'm still going Lions until I see the Bears offensive line when it comes down to it. It's on paper. It is the free agent signings. They want to hype up the Bears. Obviously, going to go back to the roots. It's the Lions.
Yeah.
And this one, they have the young talent. It's just not proven talent as well. The Bears, you've never seen them all at one time together.
Same with us.
Cohesive unit right now. But I still have seen the Bears unit, or at least that's a great point.
Hey, shout out to
George Lopez.
It's so
but
tough.
I've seen Decker, Mahogany, Sewell. You know,
all right,
they brought 3 new guys in.
All right, what about Nick at Night now? Best Nick at Night.
He's too young for Nick at Night.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I mean I've talked about it.
See?
He's not.
George Lopez.
George Lopez is
George
number
Lopez
one
was straight.
for sure,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah,
Come on,
obviously,
Angie.
fall
Angie,
asleep,
what are we doing
wake
here?
up 3 a.m. George Lopez still on. Yeah, been there.
Angie was fine.
Angie.
Dude.
What?
Angie won it.
I used to want to marry Angie.
Angie.
Low key, George's mom. No kidding.
Low key, George's vibe.
Hey, hear me out. George Lopez's mom.
Yeah.
What time did Nick at Night start?
9.
9 o'clock, I think.
So was it post Drake and Josh? Because that was my shit.
Drake and Josh was
Well,
Teen
yes,
Nick.
dude. That was on at like 3 o'clock.
Drake and
Drake
Josh
and Josh
was
is a great show.
Drake and Josh was Teen Nick.
Yeah.
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 Josh, great
well,
show.
that was a great
All right.
show.
You're just idiot, Nick.
Jesus.
All right, final
Talk
before
about
break.
guys cocks again.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was.
It's a joke.
I was too high for that. I couldn't even. I was like, "Am I high? Did that
Oh
happen?"
no, yeah. He's okay. You want to hear the story?
I guess you might as well now. You should have started with that.
So D-Mac said he was talking about like locker rooms or like hotels, like on the road, like what they were doing on the road in hotels and stuff. And he said him and Draper would be roommates. But anybody who was roommates with Shanahan knew that when they would come back to the room, he'd be stretching naked in the room. That's what he'd do. He would just stretch naked in the hotel room. And I asked him I was like, D-Mac, did he have a hog? I was like, he probably got a hog. He's a big dude. And he said, no, it was more of like a Honda 800. Like, not full hog yet. I was like, okay, all right. So I,
That's
The more you know.
the more you know.
that's crazy. I mean,
That's why he's on the
poor-
Maple Leafs. Or that's
poor
why he was on
Shanny.
the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that's why the Maple Leafs can't get it done.
Yep.
Just not quite there.
Yeah.
That's literally the Maple Leafs.
Not exceeding expectations.
Yeah, a lot of excitement everywhere else.
Yeah.
When it comes down to
A
it,
lot of show, no.
that's crazy because I met
Like a
multiple
peacock.
women at Darren McCarty's event with Claude Lemieux.
Yeah.
I think you were there for one of them, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
told us, my husband said change my hall pass. That was, and I mean, that would be
disappointed.
great information for her to know, I guess.
Well,
Or husband at least.
Like, again.
Because if it happens, he's at ease, like, oh.
Yeah, it would be good for the husband to know.
Good
for the husband to know. All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk about something. But first, let me tell you about Mad
That's
Packs.
all Spencer's fault, by the way.
It's not my fault. It's a story, man.
All your fault. Story,
Mad
man.
Packs. It's a story, man. Mad Packs, the Boom Shakalaka, infused tarantula. You've got the high-low pre-rolls. You've got the THCA Blizzard Moon Rocks and just regular weed. If you don't want all the fancy stuff, they got regular weed too. I was smoking the cherry runts earlier. It was delicious. It's Mad Packs. Check it out in stores near you at getmadpacks.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to MCP. The Meet, Connect, Puff, one of the coolest events I've been to through Woodward Sports by far. Just the amount of, like, to be honest with you, like bosses in the building. Like, these are people that the movers and shakers all here collected, support each other, share brands, get themselves on shelves in other cannabis stores. This is dope.
This is dope.
It's lots of free product. You can never go wrong with that.
Like I said, we talked about it last week. I went up north, and when I went up north, we used to go to this gypsy outpost where it was a bunch of just shops put up, and it was called Shipshawana.
Chase knows.
This is like Chase knows. This is like the weed Shipshawana. It's awesome. There's so many different vendors, so many different products to try from, different stuff you've never even heard of. Like, honestly, it's very cool. Shout out to Mad Packs for having us out here, man. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely a lot of fun. You know what else is a lot of fun, Spinny?
What's that?
Football!
Football is a lot of fun.
Hey, we got a couple places we can take this one, to be honest with you, though. I have a couple segments. Tell me where you want it.
Yo, pause.
Yeah, you can't. There's no pausing after this man's last segment. Who is the best?
I think that's a better time to pause. Yeah. I think that.
Who is the best day 3 pick for the Detroit Lions out of Miles Frazier?
Everybody up a little bit.
Ahmed Hassanin, Dan Jackson, Dominic Lovett.
Miles Frazier, not even close.
Or we could do Noah Dobson, the Red Wings. Or we could rank the best coaches in Detroit.
Let's do
best day 3 picks.
Best day 3 picks, yeah.
You said Miles Frazier without question.
Miles Frazier without question.
I'm saying Ahmed Hassanin.
I think Miles Frazier is going to be in contention for a starting spot in the spring. Or in the
the
summer.
Madden rankings, huh?
No. It's because he was arguably the best interior offensive lineman pass protector in this draft class. He went over 2,000 snaps without allowing a sack at LSU.
He's also fucking huge.
Not at Hillsdale, not at Akron, at LSU, going against SEC talent for 2 years. He didn't allow a sack, dude. Like, this guy is a giant unit. He is nasty. I had him as, like, the 4th best interior offensive lineman prospect. I was drafting him to the Lions in, like, the 4th round. But this guy I think he has real deal potential. I think he is eventually I think it's going to be Tate and Mahogany and Miles for the future of the Lions' interior offensive line. But he could win that spot. Like, he could win a spot out of camp just as much as Tate or Mahogany could. I think they're all very good, man.
Yeah, I like Miles Frazier a lot, too, coming out. I'd have him as 4th best, but there's a lot of good guards in this draft class. A lot of left tackles turn guards in this draft class. But Miles is up there. I mean, I'm not mad at that answer. I went Ahmed Hassanin just because of, like, his pure, like, his grit, his pure, like, work ethic.
Yeah,
is going to keep him afloat in the league somehow, some form or fashion. I feel like for a long time.
I think that Miles Frazier has an exponentially better odds to start this year.
Yeah,
and not even like that's. It's very high.
Yeah, that's
like it's
just
probably
facts.
like 12% or like 20%.
And when he does, he'll be between some pretty good football players.
Yes.
Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker. I mean,
he's going to get minutes. How many times throughout the years have we seen an interior offensive lineman get rotated?
Get a game off.
He's going to get a lot of game snaps this year, and I think he's going to. I like him a lot. I really liked that's why I was so in love with Brad Holmes' draft, because he drafted everybody I loved in the draft. Like, you got Tyleik Williams, you got Tate Ratledge, you got Miles Frazier. I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, honestly, if you could talk yourself into Tesla, you would really like this draft class.
Yes, and I like Tesla. I don't think he's going to be super great this year, but he doesn't have to be.
Nick's best buddy from POD said Dan Jackson.
Dan Jackson.
That was his pick. Yeah, Dan Jackson was his pick. Kind of crazy to me, but
over Ahmed and
I forgot about that.
I don't even think he makes the team, to be honest with you. He might just we need a safety.
We need safeties, and he can play some special teams. I think they're going to like him.
I mean, he held down a Kirby Smart defense for what, 3 years,
yeah.
2 years?
Like, he's instinctive, dude.
Boys,
he's a good ball player.
Ideally, these guys don't see the field because we're talking about it. I like the production out of Hassanin, and I think, I mean, you saw what happened last year. If, sadly, your team, goes through some ups and downs when it comes to the injury bug, that is.
Yeah.
There were a lot of guys getting snaps off practice squad, when it came down to it. And I think Hassanin could produce in a slight, like small window, maybe for like a half or something. But I think Miles Frazier, if you needed him to fill in for multiple games, I think he could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's between the first two for me. But either one, you're not really wrong. It's probably on the number.
So I'll go with Frazier.
Yeah.
Because I trust him for more games. If Hassanin had to do something for like a quarter or a half, then maybe. But to depend on him for 3 games?
I would depend more on Miles Frazier. I agree. Hopefully we don't have to depend on either of them.
Amen. Amen. And by the way, if any of these guys are starting, it would be a good thing.
It would be a good thing.
I mean,
unless it's a really bad thing.
The two we're debating, I should say.
Unless it's a really bad thing. But.
Now, you said Dominic Lovett could take Khalif's spot.
Yeah.
So how would you rank him? Miles 1.
Miles 1.
You put Lovett 2?
I would probably put Ahmed 2.
Over Hassanin?
Ahmed Hassanin.
Lovett.
I said no. I'd probably put Ahmed 2.
Okay.
And then probably Lovett 3. I like Lovett. I think he can do a lot with the ball in open space, and he's got good hands. So.
Yeah.
Are we counting Tesla or no?
No,
Tesla.
day 3 picks.
Oh, day 3 picks. Okay.
Ooh, nice. Let's go.
Shout out.
Mad Packs and merch, baby.
Yeah,
let's go. Show it off. Show it off.
There we go.
Probably.
Their merch is fire.
Mad flavor, mad high, mad packs.
Shout out Mad Packs.
I like how his eyes are kind of orange. He's going to give me the other one.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mad Packs. If I had to power rank him, though, I'll concede. I wanted to just have the debate, but I'll concede. If I'm being realistic, Miles Frazier 1, Ahmed 2, Dan Jackson 3, and Lovett last for me. I think Lovett's
not loving the Lovett, huh?
Not loving the Lovett. Not anything against him. It's going to be a tough team to make. I mean, Khalif's not only one of your veteran guys in the locker room, but he's also all pro at what he does.
Yeah, he'll probably be a practice squad guy.
He's also been a part of the production of the offense for the past 2-3 years. Last year not as much, but he also got hurt too.
Let's try and clear some cap.
But he's not even costing that much.
Yeah.
I would be surprised, I guess I should say.
I think.
And then Dan Jackson, simply because beyond Kirby and beyond Branch,
they got
they did get Maddox. Maddox can play a little bit of safety.
They said Rakesh Singh can play safety.
Yeah.
They also got that one dude, Brandon Joseph or
Brandon Joseph gone.
Oh yeah, no, but they haven't. Mo Norris.
Norris.
Mo Norris.
Norris.
Yeah, Brandon Joseph is gone. I heard some.
Yeah, no.
I heard some tea about Brandon Joseph.
You guys feel it on there.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, let's not do that. But I got a question for you guys.
No, I would never do that. I was just saying.
Yeah. Probably the first two making the team. I don't know about the other two making the team, so I can't even put them in.
Yeah, I don't know if Dan Jackson or Lovett would make the team.
Yeah.
Probably not, honestly.
We're talking about if any of these guys do end up playing, it's probably a bad thing, but it's definitely a good thing if Tesla, makes the starting lineup somehow. But what percentage do you think that is that maybe the third rounder can come in actually ready to roll? You traded 2 extra third rounders to go up and get this guy. Obviously, Brad sees something special within this wide receiver. Can he compete with Tim Patrick?
I would say 25% chance. Unless they're looking to save some money with Tim Patrick.
For him to get wide receiver 3?
Start as your wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
25%?
I think 25% is fair, yeah.
Maybe even a little lower, to be honest with you. I only say 25 because of this, too. Hearing Brad talk about Tesla, he made a couple comps to Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra, 900 yards his rookie year. So I can't deny that. And Amon-Ra, by the way, drafted later than Isaac Tesla. The reason why I think it's 75% chance it doesn't happen is listen to Johnny Moe talk about it. Hey, he was an inside guy. We got him here to train the outside. We have to make sure he knows these outside routes.
Yeah.
And plus, you got to see him do these things at an NFL level. What we like, what we got in him. So I think it's just you should be patient with him.
For sure have to be patient with him. And I know Nick hates that.
A lot of people are going to hate that. Because a lot of people.
What are your expectations? Yeah, why are you asking us? We should be asking you. What are your expectations?
Because we were talking about our 7th rounder for a little too long there. I wanted to ask you about a little bit of juice here with our wide receiver 3 potentially, fellas.
Shout out.
He is in the gray shirt. Shout out to White Boy Rick. Go ahead, Nick.
And Babytron.
That's actually
And
sick.
Babytron.
No, I wanted to ask you guys because, like,
Shout out Babytron.
I don't know, maybe he could
Shout
take
out
this
Raxter.
offense to even another level if he is the big hit that we believe he could be, that Brad thinks he could be, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I would look at it as...
I love Tim Patrick, by the way. I'm a big
yeah.
Tim Patrick stan. I think he blocks well. He catches the ball, obviously.
You
he's
like
good.
Tim Patrick, right?
I do.
Like,
That's
do
why
too.
I don't
think everyone does.
I don't have super high expectations for Tesla.
I think year one, if you see anything from him, it'll be like Tim Patrick-esque, like a little here and there, a little, you know, like that type of situation.
Yeah.
That's what they're building him out to be. It's Tim Patrick, in my opinion, or maybe a Truex. We'll see. But yeah, I think we should be calm. Will you be pissed if he's not? Because they gave him a lot of capital. That's what we're asking you, I guess.
Depends if we're winning.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the important thing. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I'm not going to be pissed if he shows up and we're going 14-3,
Yeah.
you know? But if we're 11-6 and our wide receiver, or the guy in the third round that we traded extra picks for isn't on the field, then maybe I would have, like,
this year?
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like
probably.
And I said this before too when they made it, and that's why like you could. Listen, you tell me like guys Tesla, I'll say fine, I can see it, you know. But like 2 third-round picks, we saw Chase Young go for that. We seen other players go for about that.
Yeah.
Like you could use that to get a guy that's ready to contribute to a Super Bowl roster this year, especially when you have legitimate questions at the edge position.
Yeah, for
opposite
sure.
of Aiden Hudson. That's where I'm like, you got a little crazy there, you know. But I'm going to be patient. I always say 3 years. I'll give him the 3 years. Although I think we'll see some in 2.
Are
what
you
level?
cool?
I don't know.
Are you cool with 3 years, Nick?
3 years is a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah, I mean, 4-year Broderick, right? Is this his third or fourth?
Year 4 Broderick.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he's definitely coming on this year, right?
Stock low.
Broderick Martin takes over Ford Field.
Yeah.
All right, but I mean, where are we at with Manu still? He is going to be the left tackle.
Him for sure 3 years. Like this guy's coming from like BFE Canada.
Yeah.
Like that's a football league he played in. So
British
And
Columbia.
Tesla came from
Hillsdale.
Hillsdale, it before Arkansas?
Yeah.
At-
But played
Manu's the
Arkansas,
Taylor Decker
never dropped the ball, and then he got to, Brad got to see him block at a high level against at the Senior Bowl. So
Yeah.
like he's seen him get some upper echelon
reps.
Yeah, upper echelon talent is what I was. Yeah, reps against upper echelon talent. So I think there's something there.
Yes, I do too.
Because the thing with Broderick
I
is
think
Broderick came out of fucking Western or West
Kentucky?
Virginia, Northwest Virginia University. Yeah, Western Kentucky.
I would be really, really surprised if Taylor Decker played another year after this year.
Because we're winning the Super Bowl. Oh wow, is that thing fake?
And I think he's just going to retire.
Golly. Stick, you see that? In the black? That's crazy.
Shout out loudspeakers.
Yeah. Is that a diaper? Ooh. Sorry, I got
5 stars.
5
flies in my
stars.
face. Yeah, I think Tesla you see like year 2.
I think Taylor Decker, but I said
Oh, yeah, that's what
I
you
would
said,
be
sorry.
surprised if Taylor Decker played another season after this year.
Spinny, I can't say that you're wrong.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
one of his best friends just retired. One of his running mates. I think Taylor was the year before Frank, or vice versa. He's had his fair share of injuries. I'm hearing him talk about it, like him relay those injuries too. We talk about Frank retiring, and he played a long time, and he's tasted some success now with this new regime.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I think
Maybe
he might-
Manu. I think that's why they're solely putting Manu at left tackle now. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because
That'd
that
be-
was a guy I was in conversation to play guard last year. No longer
He
the
is
case.
absolutely the heir apparent for Taylor Decker.
You guys are calling for a age 33, 32, 33 Taylor Decker to retire?
I
feel like
I wouldn't be surprised. Frank Ragnar
was
what,
under
28?
28. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That kind of be a big hit. I
would
think for this
definitely be a
team.
big hit. It
Like
would be
if we
huge.
lost him young again.
I
don't
would
know.
not
I
be
mean,
surprised. Would you be surprised?
yes. I think
I
until
would.
we win a Super Bowl, I think Taylor Decker is one of those guys in the locker room that wants to win the fucking bowl. Obviously,
think so,
all
too.
of them do, but like Taylor Decker was here for the real bad stuff, you know?
I don't think Spinny's off of that one.
Damn.
I'll be real.
Yeah, I mean,
Sucks
that's
to
his
say.
boy. He's the last of the Mohicans, and they're not going to re-sign Glass now, and so he's going to be gone next year too. And Taylor Decker will truly be the last of the Mohicans, and then he's gonna it's going to be like, why'd they all leave me, dog? Like the Will Smith,
Yeah.
from Fresh Prince. Like, why you don't want me, dog?
I feel bad for Panay.
And he's I wouldn't feel bad for Penny.
Why?
I think that.
Oh, you think we're fine?
Yeah. I think Manu will be ready to go when he retires.
I definitely think there's questions.
I mean, yeah, there's questions until we see it. No, I think I would be confident in it. Like,
by the way, this will be his second year. Like, so for the Broderick comps to Manu, can we relax?
Yeah, that's
and the guy in front of him is like starting. It's not like a rotational, position.
No. I'm like I said, I'm not saying throw Manu in there right now and I'd be comfortable with it. After this season, if Taylor Decker decides to hang it up, I'd be like, okay, Manu, it's time for you to step up.
What I will say I was disappointed in or have been disappointed in with him specifically is I think he is the perfect fit for the Big Dan Skipper role.
Manu? Yeah.
As an athlete.
That's why I was surprised when they re-signed Skipper.
Maybe
I think they just want him to play
Skipper's
left
guy
tackle.
could be on your practice squad in all reality, unless somebody else picks him up.
I don't know. I think Ben Johnson would grab him if he was on a practice squad.
Ben Johnson would grab him in a heartbeat.
I think
just as a culture piece.
I think Aaron Glenn would too.
They both would.
Yeah.
They're trying to establish what we did in Detroit. Skip is a big part of that, and the physical, literal sense. But we will go to break. Chris throwing up gang signs. Spinny, tell us about the ad packs.
That was my gang sign.
Okay.
MCK, dude. McKinley.
MCK, baby.
McKinley for life. But shout out to Mad Packs for having us out here, man. It's so much fun. You got to come. They've got their products in stores now at getmadpacks.com. You can find a dispensary that carries all of their products. They've got the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas.
Boom Shakalaka.
They've got the high-low infused pre-rolls, the Blizzard Pack THCA Moon Rocks, and just regular weed. If you're scared of all the fancy names, you just want some regular weed, they got regular weed too. I was smoking their cherry runts earlier. It is delicious. Make sure you tap in with Mad Packs at getmadpacks.com.
The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce.